With the leaked document yesterday of the Supreme Court in the USA about possibly overturning Roe v. Wade, we look at a highly controversial topic today. Are you truly about medical freedom, my body, my choice, the right to choose, body autonomy, or is it more about my body, my choice, except with this topic that I don't agree with? I don't agree with this topic. Or is it like your body, my choice? Let's tackle this one right now, guys. Okay, guys, so we have a highly divisive and controversial topic we're going to talk about here today. But first, before we get into all the controversy and all the debate, if you could please like, share, and subscribe to my social media platforms, please, particularly YouTube. YouTube is very crucial to these videos here. And again, at the end, if you're not on YouTube, you can't see where I'm pointing to at the end to what videos I'm telling you to pick. So please subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's very helpful. And let's get into it, guys. Okay, so I'm going to tackle this topic not from the totality of, pro-life, pro-choice, the whole abortion, pro-life topic. There's too many subtopics under that topic to tackle. It'll take me an hour and a half to 2 hours to go through it all, okay? So what this is not going to be about is a debate about pro-life versus pro-choice. Is an abortion murder? What's the criteria for life? At what point does a fetus become a human being? What's the definition of a human being? How long into the pregnancy term should abortion be allowed? All those type of topics we're not going to talk about, okay? Too many, it's going to take too long. I'm going to take a couple subtopics and just tackle those more from a rights perspective, okay? So what we're going to be looking at is, are you truly about my body, my choice, body autonomy, the right to medical freedom, or is it more about, well, my body, my choice as it applies to me, or your body but my choice? We're going to decide what you do with your body. And what about women's rights? Should the woman decide what she does to her body? Does the woman have the right to decide? Those are the topics and angles we're going to be looking at, okay? Very specific about that. Maybe I'll do another video another day about the totality of the entire topic or other subtopics. We'll see. But those are the subtopics I'm going to be tackling today. Okay, guys? Let's get into this right now. Okay, so again, I'm not going to go into details about what, abortion, murder, pro-life, pro-choice. We're going to tackle this from a rights perspective. Now, give you an example. I am for my body, my choice across the board. You name the topic, I am about my body, my choice. I'm not going to cherry pick, oh, I don't agree with this, I don't agree with that topic. So no, not my body choice, my body, my choice anymore. No, you don't have informed consent because I think this is that. No way. I am across the board. A woman has the right to choose. That's my stance, okay? Everybody has the right to choose what they do to their body. That is what I have been standing up for and fighting for these last 2 years. Not just my body, my choice, nobody else. No. My body, my choice as it applies to 8 billion other people on this planet. My body, the right to choose what to do to your body, to wear a mask or not, to get a vaccine or not. That is my stance. It is completely across the board. I'm not one to cherry pick, I don't agree with this. I think, abortion is this, so therefore it's not my body, my choice anymore. You don't have the right to decide what to do with your body. That's not my stance. So just so you guys know where I'm coming from on this. And of course, let's see how many Facebook friends I lose after this video comes out, because this is controversial. However, that's my stance. And yes, I would be the woman has the right to choose type person. So apparently there's been a few posts maybe on Facebook that, from the people that supported the restrictions and supported the mandates, whatever country they're in, but now seem to not support, the government intervening on this end about, women having the right to get an abortion. Conflicting point of views happening here. Okay, and also within the protest movement, there's probably some conflicting opinions on this as well. They're more people that come out to protest and shout, "My body, my choice," the right to choose, medical freedom, the right to medical privacy, and all this. But then, but it's an abortion, it's murder, it's killing. So now you don't have the right to choose. That is very hypocritical. Let's call it for what it is. It's hypocritical. You're either for medical freedom, my body, my choice, or you're not. You don't get to cherry pick. Okay? Take your view of abortion out of your perspective for the sake of this topic here. Okay? You can be against abortion. That's fine. If you're against it, you think it's murder, you think it's killing, that's fine. All good. But there's too many other scenarios here, other angles to look at. You can't just go, well, it's abortion, it's murder, so therefore, nope, nobody has the right to choose. Nobody in the world has the right. There's too many other topics around that have to be taken into consideration. Women's rights, medical freedom, rape, incest, putting kids up for adoption, middle class, below the poverty line, the bulk of those people get abortions, and people of higher wealth status have easier access to medical treatment than people in poverty. There's so many other factors. It's a little naive and a little ignorant to just say, no, abortion is murder, abortion is killing, therefore nobody should have the right to choose at all. Doesn't really work that way in reality. That's not the reality of this situation, okay? Again, my stance on this is this. If you think abortion is murder and it's, killing a baby, all good, but there's still a medical procedure involved here. It's still a medical procedure, whether you like it or not, whether you agree with abortion or not, there's a medical procedure going on with an abortion. Straight up. So again, this brings up the topic of, does the woman have the right to choose what she does to her body, even if it's, killing, even if it's murder, there's still a medical procedure going on. Can't really avoid that, okay? So what we can also look at here is, if you are against or for abortion, why can't it just still be available with limits for people that want to choose to get it or to choose not to get it? Why can't it still be available since there still is a medical procedure involved? What do people care about people 2,000 miles away, 4,000 miles away, halfway across the world? What do people care about what a woman chooses to do? Why? I am of the opinion that regardless of what your take on abortion is, regardless of if you're pro-life or pro-choice, the option should still be available to the person to get it or not. If you want to do it, do it. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. It should be a choice because of the medical procedure involved. Okay? That's my stance on it. That's what I think should be going on. I don't care what anybody does with their body. Look, and listen, I'm looking at you straight on. You, and even you in the back there. I see you. You don't have the right to tell me what I can and can't do to my body. Internally, anything. You might have an opinion on what I choose to do, all good. And just likewise, I have no right to tell you what to do to your body. I have no right to tell a woman anywhere in this world, you're not going to do that to your body. No, I refuse to allow you to do that. Nope, there should be laws. You should be prohibited to choose what you're doing to your body. What do I care? Do whatever you want. I don't have the right to tell you what to do, and you don't have the right to tell me what to do. And that's been the whole premise of what people have been fighting for 2 years. And again, this brings up, are you truly about medical freedom across the board? My body, my choice in general, as it applies to the public, everybody. My body, my choice. Or is it more, no, only what, my body, what I want to choose to do to my body, and, not about what you guys want to do. No. Or again, is this about, it's your body, but I'm the one who determines what you do with it, as in the government, Congress, Senate. Is that really what it's about? Because you don't like abortion, so it should be, no. Now we need government intervention to tell you what to do with your body. I disagree with that. I don't have the right to tell you what to do. The government doesn't have a right to tell you what to do. As long as it's a medical procedure, it is absolutely my body, my choice across the board. That's my opinion on it. Now, of course, to tackle this more from a woman's right perspective, a woman has the right to choose what to do to her body. I'm going to bring up a couple point of views here. I took a philosophy course in college, 21 years ago. Not to age myself, and one of the topics that came up somehow was abortion in a way. And one of the questions posed to us was, at what point does a fetus have rights? Do we know? I don't know. Who determines that? Who's got the right to determine at what point does a fetus have rights? From the point of conception, sperm meeting egg, to the point of birth. Who determines at what point that fetus has rights, and at what point does that fetus have rights? Who knows, right? So then if we don't know at what point that fetus has rights, who determines what happens to that fetus? Who should determine that? The government? I believe it's the people who created that fetus, father or the mother, and since it's in that woman's body, the mother. The fetus can't decide what it wants to do. It's a bad word, but just, go with me, the fetus. I'll say the fetus. The fetus didn't choose to come into this life. The mother and father chose, or, rape, incest, yeah, okay. But, the point of sperm and egg meeting at that point, whether it's consensual sex or not. But you know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to get at in most cases, okay? So the woman and the man decide to have a kid. They've decided. Now, for whatever reason, or if they were having sex and the condom broke, they were wearing a condom. The condom broke, oh, shoot, got pregnant, okay. They made a choice to either, have a baby or not by accident. So if the fetus didn't choose whether it wanted it, the fetus didn't choose whether it wanted to have a life or not. So therefore, the mother and father did. So the mother should have the right to determine if the fetus wants to go on or not. The fetus can't decide for itself. The fetus did not choose to live. The two people involved in sex did. So if that fetus can't decide for the fetus itself what the fetus wants to do, who gets to choose? The parents, the mother. Of course, that's the way I view it. Does that not make sense? And of course, what about for the people that are pro-life? If it was to happen, there'd be a lot more births. So who's, and for whatever reason that, rape, incest, the woman, can't, wants to give up their baby to adoption. Who's going to take on those children, those babies? Is it the people that are pro-life? Are you guys going to be the ones to accept an adopted baby, to adopt a baby into your life? You might and you might not. But if you're advocating for all these births, someone's going to have to be adopting them. On one hand, you have the woman not being ready to have a child, age, broken condom, rape, incest. They could be 15. They're not ready to give it up for adoption. What about the pro-life people who say, yep, gotta have the birth, can't have an abortion? Are you guys going to be the ones to take on those adopting those babies? Because someone's going to have to. If you're advocating for, a lot more births, are you ready to take on an adopted child? Probably not. Why? Because you might not be ready. Well, the mother might not be ready to have a child as well. So why shouldn't she be able to have that choice to have the child when you also have that choice to adopt a child or not? You see what I mean? If you're advocating for all these more babies to be born and you're not going to be adopting them, well, it's kind of hypocritical in a way. I hope you see it that way. I hope some people see it that way. If you're not ready to adopt a child, why is that okay? But it's not okay for a woman to not be ready to have a child but still go through with it. It's kind of hypocritical to me in a way. I would hope that these pro-life people would be the ones to be adopting these children because you're advocating for it. And if you're not ready, well, then why is it okay for you not to be ready to adopt a child, but it's not okay for a woman to be not ready to have a child? Maybe that alters your perspective. Maybe it gives you another point of view. I don't know. Final issue here I want to tackle on this, woman's right, my body, my choice thing. I came across a Facebook post yesterday, and this says it perfectly. I'm not going to say who it was, but I'm going to read it here. And more specifically, the last 2 paragraphs nailed it. Okay. So this is this person's post. I'm seeing a lot of hashtag my body, my choice posts and advocating for the government to stay out of their medical choices. Yet some of these people were the same ones advocating for government mandates, i.e. masks, vaccines, because they want to save lives. Am I the only one seeing the irony here? When I debate this issue, I often hear, your choice to wear a mask or get a vax affects the lives of others, but an abortion only affects you. No, that's not true. The choice not to wear a mask or vaccine does not end another life every single time. The choice to terminate a pregnancy does, over 70 plus million lives every year. Full stop. Not sure what full stop means, but now these 2 paragraphs here, I'm in full agreement with. If you are for medical freedom and don't want the government to have a say on your medical choices, then stand up for medical choice for all medical procedures, even the ones you may not agree with. For the record, I am one of the few that truly stands by my body, my choice, for all medical choices, even if I wouldn't do it myself. I don't think the government should have a say on what we do to our bodies, period. Those 2 paragraphs are my exact stance on the issue. You don't have to agree with, like, say, again, we'll use abortion here because that's the topic. You don't have to agree with it. Whether it's murder, it's whatever. You can have that view. But if you're truly for medical freedom, my body, my choice, then you must also accept that the abortion should be available for people that choose to do it or not to choose. It should still be available if you're truly for medical freedom and my body, my choice. That's kind of the whole point of this video. So to sum up here, I won't go into what I think on abortion. I won't go into the specifics on abortion, terms, at what term you should or shouldn't get one. What's a human life? I'm not going to get into that. My stance on this exact subtopic is this. The woman has the right to choose what to do to her body, and neither I nor you have the right to tell someone what to do with their body, and neither does the government, neither does the law. It is up to the woman to decide for herself. Medical freedom and medical choice, my body, my choice, across the board for every topic. Otherwise, I'd be a hypocrite. And if you're not true, if you don't have that stance, then please, I would like it. My opinion is don't go out and protest for medical freedom, my body, my choice, because you really don't actually mean it. You're just cherry picking. Don't say my body, my choice if you're not strictly for my body, my choice for everybody, because it's hypocritical and you don't really believe in it. Okay, so that's my view. Again, we'll see how many Facebook friends I lose over this. We'll see all the hateful comments I get. It's all good. It's a highly controversial topic. No one's going to agree on this. It's one of the most polarizing topics in the world. I get it. It's very divisive, but that's my opinion. At the very least, I hope I shifted your shifted your perspective or given you a new point of view. That's all I can really ask for. I'm not saying believe in what I believe, but hopefully it might, alter your perspective a little bit. So again, now, if you're on Facebook, you're going to see me point to here and point to here. That's why you need to subscribe to YouTube, because you can also check out this video here, and then you can check out this video there. Very good videos. And we will be back another day to talk about another highly controversial topic and probably lose some more Facebook friends. All right. Thanks, guys. Have a good day.